was a fail.
Good try.
Hey Health Nuts, it's Nicole from Health Nut Nutrition, and today I'm going to be sharing a what I eat in a day video. I know you guys love these videos. I love filming them. I love watching them. It's so fun to see into other people's lives of what they eat every day, because everyone has different taste buds and different preferences and like their go-to staples. And for this one, I really want to share some really healthy recipes that you can incorporate for the new year that will hopefully align with your healthy habits and goals for this year. And when I eat these foods, I feel really good. I feel energized and healthy. So hopefully it inspires you guys to eat more veggies and just fuel your body with some awesome food that makes you feel good. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video and I will share with you guys everything I ate on this day. First thing I do in the morning is, of course, I drink a ton of water. This is so important. I talk about this all the time. You're sleeping for like 8 hours, not drinking anything, so it's so important to hydrate. Sometimes I drink just straight up water, and sometimes it's lemon water, but the key is to hydrate. And then I'm just peeking at Instagram. I try not to just jump to my phone right away in the morning, but it's hard sometimes. I usually like to just start it with liquids in the morning, so I'm going to be making my herbal coffee. So I'm just putting in some herbal coffee into this thermos. I mentioned this like thermos cup in my 2017 favorites. It's amazing. It keeps your drinks hot all morning long, so you can sip your coffee or tea as you like. And I just add in a tiny bit of coconut sugar, fill it up with some hot water and this coconut creamer I really love. And then I give it a stir and pop the lid on. And I'm telling you, this is going to stay hot until I finish drinking it, which I love. I'll usually just sip on that while I catch up on emails and start my day. Okay, so now it's time for my daily green smoothie. My smoothie has evolved into like this crazy concoction filled with so many superfoods, and I feel like it's a multivitamin in a glass. I really look forward to this in the morning, and I kind of just sip on this all the way up until lunch. So I'm packing it full of greens, chopping in some cucumber. I like to peel mine if I'm not using organic, but totally optional. I'm also throwing in some steamed and frozen cauliflower, hemp hearts and strawberries, hemp oil, frozen banana, and for powders, I have some protein powder. I mentioned this one in my family meal prep video. I'm obsessed with it. It tastes like instant vanilla pudding. It's really good. Adding in some of my collagen, some chia seeds for fiber, and cinnamon to balance out all the sugars in it. As you can see, I only really put half a banana and just a couple of strawberries. My smoothies tend to be low sugar, which I really like so it doesn't spike my blood sugar. I'll usually make a smoothie for Matt too if he's in the mood, but I definitely try to drink a smoothie every single day. Top it up with some metal straws and I'm ready to sip. All right, for lunchtime, we got this delicious sourdough bread from the farmer's market. So I'm just cutting up some slices. I don't eat bread every single day, but if I do eat bread, I like to eat some nice quality sourdough or some multi-grain bread. I'm just gonna pop those into the toaster. And then I just heated up some of my leek and potato soup that I meal prepped earlier on in the week. I like to meal prep soups and chilies and stews because then I can just have them throughout the week, especially at lunch when I'm working from home. I'll link this recipe down below. It's honestly one of my favorites and it's actually one of the most popular recipes on the blog. Now that my toast is toasted, I'm gonna just take some ripe avocado and mash it up on there. It's always a good feeling when you open up an avocado and it's actually perfectly ripe. So I'm just gonna mash that up on there with a fork. This is gonna help fill me up because the soup alone doesn't fill me up, so I like to have like the carbs and the healthy fats from the avocado. Sprinkle on some pink sea salt, pepper, and some nutritional yeast, or nooch as some people like to call it. And then I'm also just gonna add some pepper to my soup as well and some paprika. So creamy, so delicious. This is like the perfect thing to have right now because winter is here, guys. It is the coldest winter we've had in years in Toronto. So all I'm craving is like warm, soothing foods like soup. And you just can't go wrong with avocado toast, right? Usually around like 3 p.m. I like to make myself a little drink and a snack. So since it's been really cold outside and I've been feeling a little sniffly here and there, I thought I would make myself an immune boosting tonic. So I'm just grating up some ginger and then taking the pulp and squeezing it in between my fingers to release the juice. Adding in some lemon juice, some turmeric powder, along with some local honey, And then I'm filling it up with some warm water. This is such a great drink to have if you have a sore throat or you just want like an immune boosting drink. It's really soothing around this time of the year. And then for my snack, I actually decided to bake some muffins. I've been obsessed with making banana bread muffins and adding different toppings in them like carob chips and blueberries. And it's just like a really nice warming baked good to have in the afternoon. And way better for you than like a chocolate bar or chips or any other type of junk food. So for dinner today, I decided to just have a huge salad, and I love using my mandolin. I will link this one down below. They're so handy. You can slice up all your veggies and everything just kind of mixes really well in salads when it's all thinly sliced. And like, I don't have time to thinly slice it by hand. So I love this slicer. And I'm actually making my beauty detox salad. It's made with a ton of crunchy veggies, butter lettuce, and a delicious creamy ginger lemon dressing, which I will also link the recipe down below. And then I'm just slicing up some radishes, which I feel like I don't eat enough, but I really love them in salads. They give it a really nice crunch, and sometimes they have a little bit of like heat to them as well. Chopping up some green onion and throwing that in there as well. Some cilantro, which is really good for detoxification, really good for kind of removing heavy metals from the body. I just love it. I know some people don't like cilantro, but I'm definitely on the cilantro team. And then a trick for slicing up your kale nice and thin is you kind of just roll it up. There is a name for this, I can't remember it right now, but you just roll it up really tight and then just slice it and you get really nice finely shredded kale or lettuce, whatever you're doing this with. I like doing this with salads because it's just easier to eat, heartier greens like kale. So I just washed up all of my butter lettuce, drying it with a tea towel. I keep telling Matt I need to get a salad spinner. I keep forgetting. When your lettuce is dry, the dressing actually sticks to it better instead of just going all the way to the bottom of the bowl. Adding that into my bowl and then just kind of tossing everything up really gently. For my dressing, I'm adding into a blender some water, apple cider vinegar, fresh lemon juice, some local raw honey. This is so good for this time of year right now. It's really immune boosting and antibacterial. I'm adding in some good quality olive oil, turmeric, sea salt, tahini, which I don't know why I've been so obsessed with tahini. I've been adding it into like everything. And then I'm just gonna blend this up until everything's nice and smooth. I will link the blender I'm using down below. I honestly think this is like the best investment for your health. I use it for everything, smoothies, salad dressings, not sponsored, but I do really like my blender. Gonna drizzle that on right over top. If I know I'm not gonna eat my whole salad, then I won't put the dressing on. I'll just do it on my plate so I can store any leftover salad back in the fridge. But I was gonna eat the whole thing today. I threw on some pomegranate seeds. I love adding some fruit into my salads. It just adds like a really nice sweetness to it. I'm gonna set that aside while I prepare my fish. So I'm just gonna heat up some olive oil on a skillet here, and I'm gonna cook up some rainbow trout. I'm gonna season it with some organic spice blends that I have, sea salt, black pepper, herbs, and cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. I was struggling here a little bit. I think I needed a bigger spatula, but yeah, I'm just gonna sear it on both sides, and this is like my favorite way to cook fish. I think it's really simple and easy. So as you can see, most of my plate is greens, and then I have the fish on the side. This was like a little bit of a lighter dinner for me, but it was a pretty big salad for Matt and I, so I just went back for seconds if I was still hungry. And then of course you can always have things, you know, like olives, carrots and hummus on the side if you're still hungry. I really like to eat until I'm full. So as much as I think it's important to portion control for certain foods, for dinner, I just want to fill myself up and not go to bed hungry. And then for my drink tonight, I decided just to squeeze in some fresh lime into sparkling water. This is like one of my favorite things to do. It's really refreshing, and the lime almost makes it sweet, like it's pop, but it's not. And it's just really good and hydrating, and it pairs really well with some fish. And that was my dinner, super light and fresh and perfect for the start of a new year. And there you go, that was everything I ate today. Really warm, soothing foods that kept me full all day. All right, guys, that's everything I ate in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it inspired you guys to like eat new things, maybe foods you haven't tried before, incorporate more vegetables into your diet. I know that's always a struggle for a lot of people, but I promise you when you start to do it, you will crave greens and hearty vegetables and soups and smoothies and all that good stuff. It comes with practice, I promise. Also, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you definitely want to do so because I basically am on Instagram stories every single day. If you want to get all the behind the scenes action, the exciting stuff that happens in the health nut world, you can follow me there. You'll always see like Mr. Matt, you'll see my family, you'll see me recipe testing, just like my everyday life. I'm always on there posting, chatting back and forth with you guys. And on Instagram is usually where I do a lot of my giveaways. So if you guys want to win free stuff for the new year, be sure to follow me there. I will have a link down below in the info box and where you can just follow me, and that way you won't miss out on anything I post on there. I'm basically on all the social medias, but specifically on Instagrams. As always, don't forget to subscribe, click that red button down below. We are so close to 300,000 subscribers. The Health Nut family is growing so fast and quickly. It's crazy and also super exciting. It would mean so much to me if you guys shared my channel with someone in your family or a friend that you think will benefit from my recipes and my channel. Maybe someone you know who has been looking to start healthy habits or is just looking for some good recipes. Maybe they're already a pretty healthy eater, but they just want some new inspiration for the new year. It would mean so much if you shared the video. It does a lot for the growth of my channel and supporting my business here on the online world so I can keep doing it for you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in my next video and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.